Good morning, heroes, and welcome back to Ascension. I hope everybody had a wonderful holiday season. I hope everybody was safe in their travels, going to go see family, but we are going to get back into it. So, we redid the Stormbringer from the last time we did it. We made it Horde versus Alliance just because it levels faster. I like the quest lines over here a little bit more. Um, and then I tried to speed run it up to where we were at, which we got pretty dang close. We've got to... let's go turn that in real quick. We basically finished all of Duratar. We're about to head into the Barrens. So that's fun. Whew, excuse me. But, yeah. Try and get some questing done today. If we can hit 15, we'll queue for dungeons. I don't know how those are going to go, but we'll see. Okay. Turn that in. By the way, we end up having a total of 3 buffs so far as the Stormbringer. We have one that increases our armor and our spell haste. We have one that empowers us with magical wind, which gives us mana back. And then we have another one that slows the movement speed of enemies and reducing their haste by 10%. So the third one is really good for like PvP. It's odd though that it has something of that nature without being melee. Excuse me. Just based on the fact that, I mean, it is, it says within 0 yards. If we actually go up here and look at it, it's this one right here. It's within 20 yards of us, but 20 yards really isn't that far. So if something's running away from us, we don't really have a recourse to, like, keep up with them. At least not with, the, shoot, what's the Maelstrom build? We don't really have recourse for that. Let's see, increases your nature. Yes, please. More damage. I mean, this thing's already a powerhouse. Once you get Stormflow, well, actually, once you have access to Call Lightning, which is at, like, level 4, this build just takes off. Excuse me, good night. Wasn't yawning at all until I hit go live. Good lord. But, yeah, I mean, this... Ooh, I mean, I'll rebuff, that's fine. But yeah, I mean, this build, as soon as you get Call Lightning, just goes crazy. We haven't tried the Lightning build, because there's 2 other builds that you can do. We haven't seen if there's any differences with Lightning. And we never really did do the Wind, just because it was a support role, and we were trying to do as much damage as possible. But Maelstrom seems to be where it is. Goodness. Sorry. But, yeah. So, I hope everyone had a fantastic holiday. I know mine was a little crazy with all the family. You know, we had people coming from out of town, all the kiddos. They're actually going to go shopping to spend their Christmas money this morning. But it's a lot today. A lot. We sadly have to go back to work this afternoon. Darn it. As much as I'd like to have more time off, but unfortunately, gotta go back to work. I hope everybody got something that they wanted for Christmas. But yeah. Let's see here. The 2 next quests that we're going to end up doing is, these right here. So this one requires us to go up onto a hill that's like over this way. So we got to do that. And then this one requires us to pick up a crystal and then come back. Ugh. So, there's that. But I'm curious, if you guys want, did anybody get anything super exciting for Christmas? Or something that they really, really wanted? I'd be curious to know. Let's see here. My brother and his wife, they actually 3D printed a humongous um, Thunder Fury sword for me, which was really cool. At some point, we'll get rid of the green screen because I'll have a actual like wall with decorations and stuff. And that's definitely going to be on it because I think that is just super cool. Thunder Fury. They asked if there was anything from World of Warcraft I wanted, and I was like, Thunder Fury would be really fun because of just the memes over the years with Thunder Fury. But also on top of that, there is a lot of like it was one of the best melee weapons for warriors in the game at one point. And so you knew who went and did the raids and got all the materials and all that fun stuff put together to get Thunder Fury because they loved showing it off. Eventually, there was a smaller, or there was an easier way to get just a transmog item of it. And so then you started seeing people that were running around with the transmog for it. So it didn't really become that great. And then it became just a chat meme for the global chat to, make up inappropriate things using Thunder Fury. But yeah, it looks really cool. I like it. I can't imagine how much time it took them to 3D print it, but it looks absolutely amazing. I should have brought it in here into the room so that I could have showed it to you guys, but we can do that in tomorrow's stream. I'll bring it in and I'll show it to you guys tomorrow. But it looks fantastic. I like it. Outside of that, primarily I was just happy to get to see everybody since I moved to Oklahoma. It's very hard. I don't get to see like my mom all that often. My brother and his wife, I don't get to see all that often. What's up, Sonny? Yo, thanks for the follow, Sonny. I appreciate that. And a good morning and welcome to the guild to you. But yeah, I don't get to see them all that often anymore because it's a 3-hour drive to go down there, and usually the days that I'm off, they're working. So if I drove down there, I would be twiddling my thumbs till 5-6 o'clock. I'm playing on COA, Sunny. Still waiting for it to go live. If you like classic WoW, I would highly recommend Bronzebeard. If you want to play the new content that they're giving out, play Area 52 if you want to pick your skills for yourselves or go with an archetype. Or if you really want that random experience, Elune is always a good one. So it just depends on how you want to play, honestly. I like the unique classes that they have available in COA, so that's what I'm playing. Let's see. Mystic Thunder, Call Lightning gets a rank up. Aether Current, I believe, is another buff, actually. Oh, no, that lasts 2 minutes. It is technically a buff, but not one that we want. Interrupts target spell casting. Don't really care about that. Huh? I'm not sure how I duplicated Aether Current, but alright. And delete. Like, I'm telling you, this class is super powerful. Bam. We're going to go ahead and delete this guy. Usually, as a spellcaster, you would be a little worried about people coming up and punching you like this. But without really any struggles, we just took out basically the entire camp here. Okay, that hurt just a little, but he's also a rare. Okay, quest complete. Now on the way to go turn this in, we are going to go pick up the crystal here so we can go do that quest as well. And then we're off to go to Crossroads. Start doing all those quests. Bronzebeard sounds good. Is the wildcard server a new season? Yes. That's the one that gets rotated the most for seasonal stuff so that they can test out other things. Whereas Area 52, which is free pick, that's where they dump all your seasonal characters when the season restarts. But yeah, if you play a loon, that's the seasonal one. But yeah, Bronzebeard is going to be your classic plus, or what they call classic reborn, I think. That's the one that's going to give you access to all original 9 classes as they were back in vanilla. The difference, though, is there are some new builds that they've added to the list to give it a little bit more of a uniqueness. But they also have added what they call mystic enchants. And these are essentially enchants that you can put on your character that can change how certain skills work. So, like, for example, the last one that we had leveled on Bronzebeard was a shaman, and we were making him a tank. And I think we passed the crystal. We did. Wasn't paying attention. One of the skills that we did turned our normal melee ability into an earthen spike that was an AoE, and it gave us mana back for casting it. So it was a way to keep our mana up. There were ones that gave us, a big shield for popping one of our totems, and there were ones that helped slow down the enemy from attacking or doing less damage, and there was a whole bunch, right? The biggest one that we had was with our survival hunter, which turned it into a melee build, so that we were able to do mass damage in melee range while still using our bow skills from point blank range. So there's a lot of differences there in Bronzebeard, but I think it's fun, especially if you're looking for that classic content, but you want it to be a little updated. Dreaming green. Victory. We'll grab you because you want us to go to the crossroads. But then we got to run way over here and do this heartbeat quest. Right. Yeah, as soon as we hit level 15, which might be when we complete this quest here, we will attempt to oh, that's an instant cast. I thought it was channeled. Nice. We will attempt to queue for some dungeons. I doubt that we get any, just because this server doesn't really have a whole lot of people on it. I mean, I see people. Just people complaining that their specs apparently changed while they were gone. Okay, here we go. Come on. Can I hit her with Storm Alert? Like, yeah. She left anyway. There we go, level 15. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Reduces the cast time if you call lightning and turns wrath by 0.3 seconds. We could do Deluge, which depletes 50 static, blast up to 6 enemies in an area, dealing 55 Froststorm damage and triggering Conduction. Deals 64 frost damage increase by 20% for each stack of conductive consumed. Increases the effectiveness of storm flow by 15%. That's nice. Casting a spell that consumes conductive now grants you a stack of kinetic energy, which is good. I think we're gonna go with Deluge. Deluge. And did anything rank up for hitting level 15? Yes, it did. Electrocute, Shock, which is now called Brine for us. Or is it Ryan or Brine? Yeah. There we go. Mount up. We are DPS. I think it's ridiculous that it shows the other... Like, it doesn't say we can click them, but the fact that the... like, it should just say... Well, I guess, never mind. I'm going crazy this morning. Ignore me. Hmm. All right, so now we get to run all the way over here to the Barons. Wow, just holding on a tank. I'm shocked, actually, on that. I like how randomly we're getting buffs. Like, this buff is only ever available when you do high risk, which we could do. Like, when we get to the Barons, we'll do it, because that actually gives us more XP, too. But you also get this, where it's called Treasure Hunter Dungeon. You're able to find up to dungeon items in the world. If we weren't using account-bound items or heirloom items, whatever you want to call them, what would end up happening is the higher your eye level is, or item level, that will determine the rank of gear that you can get. So this is just dungeon, but if we got up to above level 48, so right around like 49-50, this jumps from dungeon level loot up to heroic dungeon. And then when you get past, like, I think 55, it changes to like world boss loot. And then when you get up closer to 60, it changes to like mythic and raid gear. So it's always fun. Do, 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 do. I thought about just prestiging our level 60 that we already have. But then he would level a little bit too fast, in my opinion. And so, like, who knows? It might be something I do when I play with Devin so that he can get that bonus XP while we're playing together. But lately, me and him and his wife, who I refer to as my sister, we've been playing a lot of Warzone. So that's been an absolute blast playing that with them. And I'm not good at shooting games by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a lot of fun. Play. That and I've been playing a lot of the new Pokemon game too. Let's see, make this in your home. Let's go ahead and empty out our bags real quick. And there we go. Alright, let's finish grabbing up all the quests that we can. Consumed by hatred. Lost in battle. I don't know why it kicked us off the mount. Alright. He wants us to go do harpies. Oh, I don't know why we picked that up. We're not doing that quest. Abandon. There's 2 quests here I don't do. Or 3 technically. I don't do the Bundle of Hides, and I don't do Meats to Orgrimmar. And that's Wharfmaster. We'll hold on to that because we will eventually go down there. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go do these harpies while trying to take out some raptors and any of the plane strider, those things that get in our way as we go. Because there's plenty of the plane striders as you're right around the crossroads. A ton of them. But if we come out here and grab them while we are questing, should be okay. It's crazy how fast we can get our static up now by using brine. This thing is giving us 25 static per cast. So in 4 casts, you're completely full on static and can use your big spells. Or we can sit here and just do that. Now, we have 5 stacks of conductive. So we can use this I guess I don't have anything that uses up conductive. Let's see. Consumes conductive. There we go. So this consumes conductive. That consumes conductive. That consumes conductive to give me conduction. Odd. It didn't feel like we lost any. Let's see here. We need you. See, there's conductive. 3, 4. I was hoping to be able to target something else. There we go. No, that definitely consumed it that time. I'm not sure why it didn't the first time. But alright. We could have gone down here and grabbed that. Actually, we'll go ahead and turn around real quick. We got plenty of time. We're going to go grab this dude's quest here. Yeah, just waiting on tanks, apparently. Oh, and we forgot to go into high risk. We had been doing high risk when we were in Bronzebeard. And it does help you level a little bit faster, especially when you're first leveling a character in Bronzebeard because you don't have access to your heirloom gear. I don't know if they made the change to where you can start using the potions of XP without having a level 60. But I also don't like how they changed the potion of XP. Because prior to the change, the potion of XP was usable without having to have a level 60. But it was a 2-hour buff, and it gave you, I think, 25% XP. Now, it is a 1-hour buff that can be stacked. You can stack it as many times as you want. If you log off, though, the buff goes away. Or at least it did in our case. I don't know if that's intentional or what's up with that. This should be a rare, yeah. It's not really a rare, but it is a higher rated enemy. Hey, Dungy. Waiting on the healer. Who probably went AFK because they've been waiting on a tank for so long. But, like, just look how fast we can clear content with this DPS. And we're only level 15. Usually, we struggle bus it for a while. Yes, at level 15, most builds get a little bit stronger, but they're still having, you know, if I have to take on more than one target, especially as a spellcaster, they seem to have a very rough time. So for this to just go in and absolutely obliterate enemies, and that's without even using our big spell. Because that was the thing when we were playing on Bronzebeard, right? The only way we were able to do mass damage like this on Bronzebeard was to use our big spells, our huge cooldowns with our spellcasters. And now, I mean, you come back over to COA, at least with this guy. I didn't feel this with any of the other spellcasters that we had tried. There's still 5 that we need to do, if I'm being honest. There is we need to do the Primalist as a spellcaster. We need to do the Chronomancer again. We need to do shoot, what was that other guy? The Fell Hunter. What's his name? I think it's Fell Hunter or the Fell, whatever that one is. And then we had the Witch Doctor as a spellcaster. Those are the ones that we have left to try. But I figured I would rather go ahead and just pick the Stormbringer because I was having the most fun with the Stormbringer when we tested it out the first time. And that was on an Alliance character too. So there's an elite right there. We're going to take him out in just half a second. He is higher level than us. He's level 17. We're level 15. So usually this would go badly for us. So let's find out just how strong. I mean, look at that. Bodied the guy. Let's rebuff up. We lost a healer, so now it's going to take even longer. This is why I was like, I doubt we get a dungeon. That's the other reason I wanted to pick this class, is because this class seems to do very well right now for questing. We are just speed running through this quest because of how fast we can take down targets. Okay, last harpy that we need, hopefully. There we go. And we're out. So we are looking for raptors. We are looking for one more plane strider, 3 more no, sorry. 7 more raptors. We need 3 more spores, and we need to run through the lake that's down here. And then we need 3 more bracers from these guys. So, all in all, we are, there's the hopefully last plane strider we need. Yep, there we go. Let's just run up here and grab this mushroom. No. And we explored the Forgotten Pools. There is a World Forged item right here, and I believe, unless it was a World Forged, like a Mystic Enchant, and hopefully they fixed it if it was, and it was. There was a Mystic Enchant on Bronzebeard over here. It looks like a shield. It's for the warriors, specifically for, I think, Shield Charge for them, or Shield Bash, whichever skill it is that the warriors have. I know at one point this server had a problem when they first introduced the Mystic enchants as being world forged drops, where it was very difficult to figure out what was what because they were everywhere. And so you would click on something going, oh, it's going to be a world forged item that might be really good for me as a character. And then you would click on it and nothing would happen. And that's because it was technically a Mystic enchant and therefore not available on this server. So far it looks like they fixed that then. Um, there will be a couple other quests that we'll be able to go do where we'll really be able to look into it and see if it actually got fixed because of the number of Mystic enchants that were in that area. Oh, my nose. Okay, 8, 3, 5. He wants us to go more south. We'll do that here in a minute because there's kitty cats down here that we can do when we turn in all those. We just need 7 more raptors. So if we see any raptors, we got to do those. And that's basically the name of the game, is pick up all the quests and do them as you're running. There is another Harpies quest, so that's kind of why I'm running back to town right now, so that we can go do the other Harpies quest while we look for more raptors. Because there's a total of 3 quests up here where the Harpies are, and it's annoying. It's super, super annoying, but we will see what we can find. At some point, he's going to ask us to go to Undercity, and the answer is, or not Undercity, but why is it doing that? But we are not going to be going to Thunderbluff. He asks us to go to Thunderbluff. Harpy Lieutenants, that's the next Harpies quest. But see, what you want to do is, anytime you come to town, turn everything in that you can, so that while you're outside of town, you can get all the other, or get any quests done. So now we have the Zevras. That quest can now be done. Forgotten Pools. Stagnant no 08. Oh wait. My brain. The Stagnant Oasis. Okay. Now we can mount up and we can head back out of town. Ooh, we leveled. Did not notice. Let's see here. So we could grab Storm Chaser. Dealing direct damage now has a 33% chance to reduce the cast time of your next Call Lightning by 15% for 10 seconds, stacking to 2 times, which gives it a 66% reduced cast time. We could grab Invigorating Winds, which doesn't really help anything right now. Brian now heals for 10% of the initial damage dealt, which is great for us for solo play. So we may go that route. We're definitely going to be going that route at some point. But let's go ahead and grab Storm Chaser, because that's going to help Call Lightning go faster. So, but now we are looking for the zebras, or the zebras, depending on what part of the world you're in. And these guys have a ridiculous low drop chance. Which makes no sense. Because here's the thing. I'm fighting something that has 4 hooves. It should always drop, bare minimum, at least 1. Here's another one right up here. Okay, we're looking for the zebras, or zebras, whatever. And we are looking for the raptors. This might be the last one of these guys we need. And it was. Need 6 more raptors if we get lucky. But this is by far the best build. And I'm having such a fun time playing it too. So if you're into spellcasters like me, I highly recommend trying this out. There used to be a World Forged item over there for the Mystic Enchants. It's not there. So that's 2 items that don't exist in this server that used to because of issues. We don't need the Prowlers, do we? I didn't say we did. No, the Prowlers are after the Zevros. Bye. Says there could be one over here. Yeah, there it is. We just need 2 more of those to complete that quest. Let's see. There used to be one right here for the Warlock. It's not there. So yeah, it definitely looks like they have finally gone through and removed the World Forged Mystic Enchants from this version of the game. Because that was frustrating when they were like, oh, hey, we added these things. They're called World Forged items. They're really good upgrades if you can find them, for the most part, for each class. And, you know, you should definitely go out in the world and look for them. And then you would find one and click on it, and nothing would happen, and you would go look, and it's because it's actually a Mystic Enchant for Bronzebeard. It's also like when you do what's it called? The Mana Storm here on this server. For whatever reason, it still gives you cards like you're on Elune or Area 52. And we can't use the spell cards in this version of the game. You really wouldn't want to. These classes are already powerful as is. I mean, I couldn't imagine having the access to change a skill or add more spells to this kit. Like, I mean... Okay, lieutenants are done. We need 2 more raptors. Hopefully we can find those on the way back to town. Because what I want to do is run back to town, turn in what we've already completed. Hopefully we can finish the raptors as well. On our way back. Please ignore me. And of course you're not going to. We want to try and find a couple more raptors. Hopefully they've respawned. What poisoned me? Alright, whatever. If we can find a couple more raptors on our way back, so that we can complete that quest. It looks like there's a clump of them right up over here. So we'll run this way a little bit. But if we can get the last 2 heads, that's several more quests. What, 1, 2, 3 quests we'll be able to turn in. And then from there... Alright, just need 1 more. Ooh, big hit. There we go, all done. And actually, we can go ahead and hearth back now. So we can turn these in. We're going to pick up the last Harpy quest, so we can come back up here. And then we're done with this section here, and we can start doing everything else. Stolen silver. There we go. and we turn in the zebra. She gives us the quest to take out the cats, which can also be on the way to this last harpy quest. And like that's the thing when you're doing quests, guys, is you really, really, really want to make sure that you are grabbing quests that are in the same area. So like we could run out this way, grab up the kitty cats as we head towards the last Harpies quest, and then we can use our portal to come back here. This guy now has Egg Hunt, which is one that we can grab, I believe. Oh, no, we don't want to do that one. That one's atrocious. That requires us to come down here and do the longest, dumbest quest ever created for this game, I swear. Because it's not an easy, like, it's not 100% drop rate. You have to kill too many things, and they don't drop the eggs. And so it takes too long to do it. We head up over this way a little bit, and then we'll go straight up from there. Because we're going to do the Prowlers of the Barrens and Serena Bloodfeather all in one shot. And then when we're done with those quests, so we're going to teleport back, we'll turn those in. She gives us another quest that takes us, if I remember correctly, like up over this direction here. But we can come and do... Ooh, I was not paying attention to where I was running. We can come up over and do this quest here, and then come up to do that. I'm surprised our debuff is not aggroing things. And I love this mount, man. Arguably the coolest mount that we have. Okay, done with the Prowlers. That one was easy. Then we just got to make it all the way to the back here where the Harpies are. And see, like, normally what I was doing in the past with these Harpies is I would come up here, I would do the Harpies, and I would kind of ignore all the other quests. Then I'd go back to town by running, pick up the next Harpy quest, run all the way back up, ignoring everything else. I just keep doing that back and forth. But the problem is it wasn't very efficient to level or quest that way. Oh my gosh. Okay, that got taken out. Oh, we missed. What? Okay, that's all done. And now we gate out. If you're looking for World Forged items, behind this tree, by the way, is a box that you can loot. It's an actual piece of gear and not a mystic enchant, so it is there. Boom. There we are. Back to the crossroads. So now we get to turn in her quest. She's going to give us our first go take on one of the big animals here. There is a... we'll grab that one for now. There is a... You report it. Nope. That takes us to Action Veil. Don't care about that right now. There is a... there's a challenge that you can do where you have to take on 3 of the elite hunting quests. I believe they're all here. This takes us to Stone Talon, don't care. So like I said, she wants us to now go up over here to take out Echikai. So just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, I have to go find it. This one? Yeah, Thunder Lizard. So you got to do Hardcore Planestalker. So you have to go take out Lakota Mani before level 20, Owa Tanka before level 20, and Washite Pane before level 20. These are rares, or elites, if I remember correctly. Slay 3 beasts, slay 3 elusive beasts along the barrens. Lakota Mani, Owa Tanka, and Washite Pane before level 20 and reach max level. And the reason why you would want to do that is because as a hunter, or anybody that can summon pets, honestly, you would want to do it because you get a Thunder Lizard, and it's the only way to get a Thunder Lizard as a pet. So, but yeah, so we're going to come over here. We're going to take out all the Razor Mains and everything that we can, and then we'll come up and take out Ichiyaki or whatever his name is. Start with the Hunter. It does look like we have some stuff to rank up. We have Torrential Wrath gets a rank up. Nice. So now this does more damage. Look at that bonus damage it gets. Because I believe it gets bonus damage based on however many ranks of conductive we have. And like right now we're up to 7. Dang, our buffs are already needing to be redone. Come here, Hunter. Now I will say with the lightning build, you get a skill called the Arm of Thorum. The more static you have with that skill, the more damage it will do. It is definitely lightning is going to be your more boss single target damage, whereas Maelstrom is your more AoE kind of damage. So play that as you will. We do have access to AoE skills as a Maelstrom, but they're not on the same level as Lightning. Lightning has basically every skill it can throw, for the most part, is single target. It is designed to do as much damage to a single enemy as possible. Arm of Thorum, if you buff that, can take chunks of health out of bosses, right? Whereas Maelstrom is designed to go, oh, there's ads over here. Let me quickly burn down this one ad. Or there's a whole bunch of stuff. Let me do as much AoE damage as we can. I mean, we've got Conjure Storm. We've got Deluge. Or Deluge? Deluge. I think it's called Deluge. So, I mean, and then on top of that, I mean, at a certain point, I think we can get Call Lightning to do AoE damage, or at least you used to be able to. So, I mean, it's crazy how much AoE damage the Maelstrom build can do. All right, so that quest is now done. So we've got 2 that we can go turn in. We already picked it. That quest can get deleted. I don't really feel like going and doing that quest. You'll get a quest here in, if you don't go do this quest now, there is a quest here in Ratchet that will take you up here anyway if you're going to do that northern part. We're not going to. What we're going to end up doing is just like when we were on Bronzebeard, we're going to do everything that we can here in the Barrens. We're going to run down to Ratchet, do basically this entire coastline here. Then we're going to come over here to Camp Tarajo and do all the southern stuff that we can for it. It's the fastest way I found to level without having to run up here, do a quest, run back down here, run over here, do a bunch of quests, run up here, do a couple more quests, run back down here to do everything along the coast, run over here. Like, that's way too much running back and forth. If we had the add-on call, I believe it was called Quest Helper. It used to give you this arrow here like what we have. But what it also did was it went, okay, these 5 quests here you want to pick up because they're all in the same general area. Don't pick anything else up yet. And then you would pick up just those 5 quests, run off, go do them, come back, and it'd be like, okay, now you need to pick up these 3 quests because they're in the same general area. And you would just keep doing that back and forth. Now she's got Angry Scythe Claws for us, which is towards the south. So technically it's everywhere, but... Okay, we want supplies. And the disruption ends, which are all over in the same little spot. Right over here. And then everything else is south of us. Already level 17, about to be level 18. Gained 4 levels, basically, in an hour, which isn't great, but we haven't been able to do a single dungeon. And I've been keeping an eye on chat, but I haven't seen anyone say that they're trying to do... yeah, no idea. We haven't seen anybody do say that they're trying to do a Mana Storm for leveling or any of that kind of stuff. That's why I'm really hoping that they will release this to the live server soon, so that we get more people back on this server, man. It's a little ridiculous that this server has been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back every time they've said that it's going to go live. And I get it. Some people are like, I want it to be in a completely fleshed out state. And others are like, I just want it to be live so that the server gets back up to where it needs to be. And I'm that kind of player base. You know what I mean? Like, I understand wanting this to be in a very usable, playable state. But at the same time, it's like, we really just need it out so that the server has more people on it, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get it into the state that you want it. We don't have enough people playing, so there's not enough player base to really test it out. You know, maybe at higher level stuff like heroics, there's more people playing, but I doubt it. Okay, Geomancers are done. We need 2 more Razormane Defenders. And then we need Snarl, what's-his-face. Oh? Doesn't look like they got rid of that one. That's a Shaman Mystic enchant. Unless that's just a visual effect and we can't actually interact with it. Which may be the case. Yeah, doesn't look like you can interact with it, so it's just that guy right there, that Stormcaller. That used to be a Mystic enchant for the Shaman. So, good to know. Alright, so those 2 quests are done. So we're going to go run and turn these in. And then we are headed south. Getting a little warm out here. Oh. You cannot sell items to this merchant. These guys are glitched. They're not supposed to be out here. And you can't sell anything to that person either. Backseat babe and backseat beauty. I don't know where those are from. That's interesting. Ooh, we did hit 18. All right. So we could grab Brine Heals Us. We're not really needing that yet. Casting Discharge can now restore 5% mana. We're not really using that much. Casting that will help. That gives us speed. Anytime we use this, we now get 30% increased movement speed for a minute. Or for a few seconds, honestly. Not a minute, but that would be ridiculous. You get it for 3 seconds. Yeah, could you imagine a 30% increase to speed every time you cast it for a minute? So every minute you just recast it? But this has a requirement for static, so... And it uses 10 static, so at 100 you could do it 10 times. Ugh, excuse me. Three six, the exact same. Porticadrock, no thank you. Okay, so now we have there's a pond over here that we need to do. Do we have the turtle quest yet? Stolen silver ancient stagnant oasis. Is that the? That's the dried seeds. Interesting. There's actually a quest that you can do down here for these turtles, but I don't think we get it yet. I don't think we've done the prereq quest for it. There is a centaur boss over here that we need to do, so we're going to do that as well while we're over here. Because again, name of the game is to do as many quests as possible, so we can level as quickly as possible. Now, this particular boss, if you guys don't know, you have to actually take out the centaurs in order for them to spawn him. Because they have to be like, oh my gosh, someone summon show and show. So, you just got to take out some of these guys. It's a random, you could take out 1, you could take out 20. It's completely random, unfortunately, of when they holler to have this guy summoned. Yep, there you go. There you go. That quest is done. Now we just got to go in and drop off the seeds. It looks like there's another quest in here, but I don't know. Oh, it's for the raptors. Don't care. Right there was a druid spell. I still don't understand why we don't have the turtle quest yet while we're in here. But it's okay. This ghost was a paladin mystic enchant. It's crazy. And here I thought we were going to get away with not having to fight a single turtle. Fissure plant? The heck is a fissure plant? Is there any more of them? No? Just the 2? It didn't give us a buff. It's food. Interesting. Okay. Now, for the stolen silver and the where is it? Angry Scythe Claws quest. You can actually come out over here. There's that hill right there. There's a whole bunch of these scythe claws, and you just need 3 feathers, and all 3 little egg areas are right here. So there we go. That's 2 of the 3 feathers that we need. So we can already do 2 of the nests. We literally just need 1 more feather. Hey look, got the other feather that we needed. Oh, and then we got an extra feather. You just come over here and hit this one, and then we just take out these last 2 raptors to get to that nest. And then this quest is done. This is the fastest way to do this quest. Instead of hunting down more raptors everywhere else, to get the 3 feathers, and then come down here and have to take out even more raptors to get to the nests. So, what's up, Dev? How's it going, boss man? Okay. So now we're going to go run over here and do stolen silver. I tell you what, Dev, the Stormbringer is crazy powerful. Really? I was trying to let all y'all live, but no. You just had to attack me. We are still squishy, though. That's the only no bueno part, is being squishy. Just... Oh, okay, you're on Warzone. Yeah. If I wasn't streaming, boss man, I'd come play Warzone with you. Especially now that I got my sniper rifle up where I want it. There's a I found a website that basically gives you all the meta builds for all the different guns. So I looked up which sniper rifle does the most damage in the game, and it's that VS Recon. That's the best sniper rifle in that game. And then I'm pairing it with that LMG just so that I have something big for close, like mid to close range. But what I really need to do is figure out which of the assault rifles or whatnot have the lowest like recoil but highest damage. Because like there was that guy that took us out with a freaking Uzi yesterday like it was nothing. So, just need to figure that out. Conjure Storm, Storm Flow got to rank up. Crushing Pressure, that's new. Embolden the air around you within 20 yards, increasing the duration of movement, interfering and horrifying effects on enemies by 15%. Another one. Only one pressure spell can be active at a time. Shares a cooldown with other pressure spells. What other pressure spells do we have? Okay, so biometric pressure. This is a pressure spell. And this is the one that reduces their speed. This one increases the duration of their movement, impairing fear or horrify effects on enemies. So, again, good for PvP. Not great for PvE, unless we're going to start casting Storm Alert more often. Which, Storm Alert is great for low levels, but as fast as we've leveled, we really haven't needed it for much. Okay, and then this is... Yeah, we can run across, grab that, and then we can go back up, turn everything in, because then we're going to get another quest to come over here to this lake. Or actually, no, we just want to go straight for Crossroads. Really? In 30 seconds, we could hurt if we really wanted to. Don't wanna, but we could. Ugh. We barely have enough gold right now to where we could get the next upgrade in mount speed. Don't need any more of those feathers. Okay. Ooh. And here we go. Turn it in. Because we've got to turn in the ones that are here, run up over here, turn that in so that we can come down here and do the turtles and the last of the boss Tauren, or not Tauren, Centaur guys. And then when we're done with that, we're going to be going over to Wharf Master and turning all, grabbing up those quests. See, 4, 4. We ran past him. Whoops. Why do I keep getting dismounted? There's like one spot where it's just like, nope, can't mount here. Yep. Nah, he gives us the one to... Wait, hold on. Okay, yep, that's down there. That's fine. We do have the snap jaws, which is good. So now we just need to go run and turn that in here so that we can get the other quest that's there. And then we're good to go with those two quests, and then it's over to Ratchet from there. Okay. About to hit level 19. Hurrah. At level 19, I think we're going to go get Discipline of Thorum. So reduces the cast time of our Call Lightning by an addition, and our Torrential Wrath by 0.3 seconds. So the one for Call Lightning will stack with the one that we got over here. So this almost makes it an instant cast with these for our Call Lightning spell. Then we could pick up, or actually we could pick up this because that will actually give us more damage. Versus that. Attempt to drown an enemy. Oh, that's the bubble. It got moved way up. Ooh, passing. That's crazy because drown, I believe, used to be further down the tree. Ugh. And that's a single target, but also AoE spell, or it used to be. We'll have to read it and see what it is now. Because, and I say that, used to drown was you would throw the bubble on there and then you would want to do as much damage to the bubble target as possible. The bubble would pop, explode, and do damage to everything around it. Attempt to drown an enemy, dealing 167 Froststorm damage to them after 5 seconds. While affected, each time you generate a stack of Conductive, you apply a stack of Drowning to the enemy for 5 seconds, stacking 5 times. Drowning damage taken from drown increases. So yeah, this is now just purely a single target ability from what it looks like. Now, there used to be, at least on Bronzebeard, and it was because he dropped a thing for the druids. There was like a Crazed Druid or something. Yeah, Crazed Druid. It's another elite. We're going to go ahead and take him out. He doesn't drop anything. Oh, we forgot to empty our bags. That's fine. surprised that didn't level us. We need like what? Oh my gosh, 2 XP. Now the downside to this guy is we know where he spawns, but because there's no one out here doing quests, we may have to run the full length of the lake to find our target for this. Hezrul Bloodmark. We're gonna go to, there's our level. We're gonna pick up that. We're gonna go to where he spawns, but yeah, he's not there. Then we're gonna go out here and do the turtles real fast. Now, Hezrul will be followed around. He's real easy to spot when you do see him, because he walks around with 2 other people, and he walks in a pretty easy pattern. He walks all the way around the lake and then back to his starting spawn. Yep, here he is. I'm slain. Summon Velrog. Which is crazy, because we took out the guys here, and Velrog is at a completely different area. Okay, now we need the 8 turtles. Thank goodness we don't have to compete. And the elites here, too. Nice. Usually these turtles are way tankier. And yet we are breezing through these guys. Alright, this is a level 20 rare elite. Hit him with Torrential Wrath. There we go. We're currently poisoned, which stinks, but it is what it is. But it was worth the good jump in XP for us to take that guy out. We need 1 more shell. Okay, there we go. That completes both of those quests. So we're going to go ahead and hearth out so that we can go turn both of those in now. Hopefully I can get right here. We're going to hearth. Hopefully nothing aggro's onto us. Stay over there, turtle. I don't need you to aggro me, dude. Boom! All right. Okay, and then he wants us to either go talk to Hamul Rune Totem in Thunderbluff, or you can talk to Mura Rune Totem in Silver Pine Forest. Neither of which I want to do. Now we're going to go run and turn this in and do his last quest, and then we're off to Ratchet. Dun, 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 dun. We need, like, more... This is also how you know that the server is dead. There's no markers for people that were trying to do challenges that died. Like if we went back over to Elune or Area 52 or Bronzebeard and pulled up the map, you would see all these markers of where somebody was trying to do a challenge and died from not paying attention or pulling too much or pulling the wrong person and getting smacked around a little too hard. So, you know, that's a true mark of this server not being good. Also, the fact that we have been sitting trying to get a dungeon for the last hour plus, and we're still holding on a tank, and we've only gotten 1 queue in that time frame, and the healer didn't join the queue. So that should tell you something. There he is. Basically ran out of mana to get this guy to spawn. There we go. If you get real lucky on any of the other servers, there's a chance that as soon as you pop that quest, somebody has already taken him down, and you just need to grab the banner. But then there's times where you're going to actually have to take him out. So basically, it's a fight of speed. You need to be able to take out enough as quickly as possible in order to get him to spawn before they take out enough of the defenders in order for the quest to be considered complete. All right, so now we need to head over to Ratchet. And the beautiful thing is we can take the Flight Master that is here and fly to Ratchet. So off we go to see the wizard. Or fellow Stormbringer. But look at that. Finished. So we started here at, technically we hit 14 as we started in Orgrimmar. We have completed all of the Barrens, or not the Barrens, but Crossroads, and we're now getting ready to start Ratchet, and we're level 19. So we have gained 5 levels doing this. This is awesome. Now, if you want to waste the time and go to Thunderbluff to turn in the leathers, and you want to go back to Orgrimmar to turn in the meats, you can do that. If you want to go to Undercity and do the potions one, or not Undercity, sorry, the other Thunderbluff one from the, we're going to use the Flight Master, you know, go and do his quest in Thunderbluff. Like, if you want to waste the time to fly there or run there, if you don't have the ability to get all the flight points like what we do, it's just a huge, huge waste of time. Now, if they had portals that we could take, or somehow instantly get back and forth, absolutely. I think it would be worth it. But because you can't, it's kind of a pointless endeavor to do all that for the little bit of XP that you're going to get. You're going to waste time trying to get that XP. There are a couple quests here that we will not pick up because they are dungeon quests. So bear that in mind. If you see me skipping a quest, that's why. It's no reason to do it. This also will lead you into Stranglethorn Vale if you let it. That's Stone Talon Mountains. Don't want to do that yet. And that's the one that's way up top. So neither of his quests we're going to be picking up. Okay. That quest we will do. Because that quest is right over here. We will grab the Wanted quest, because that's also over there. This guy has the raptor horns we can do. But the deep moss spider eggs we cannot, and the blue leaf tubers we cannot. Both of those are dungeon quests. Fall boards. Meh. There's really not a whole lot of quests here that we can do. I think that's one that we can do. Let me double check. Yes. Miner's Fortune. Retrieve the Cat's Eye Emerald from one of the Venturecome Overseers or Enforcers for Wharf Master. Is that way up here? Yeah, so we're not doing that. I'm not running all the way up there. This... abandoned. Now we get to run outside of town real quick. There's like one more quest we'll pick up. But I'm going to do the horns quest, the raptor's horns. Because the last quest is to go this way as well. If I remember correctly. It's to go to Northwatch. And then we want to run this way because the raptors are out this way. But yeah, Stormbringer, in my opinion, especially this Maelstrom build, has been the most powerful spellcaster that we've tested. It has been the... Ooh. There's specific raptors that we need, I suppose. Here we go. But this has been the most fun and powerful class of spellcaster we have made so far. Now again, there's still 5 classes we have not done. Primalist, Fell Hunter, Fell Weaver, whatever his name is. The Chronomancer and the Witch Hunter. We have not done those yet. So there's still some that we have not. Oh, nope. Dang it. That's an elite, by the way, that I was trying to hit, but I was hitting the wrong buttons, and then this guy slowed us. So now we gotta go see if we can track him down. And I don't know where he runs off to. That's the problem. Not that it matters. I mean, we don't really need that elite. But elites are worth some pretty decent XP. There he is. Yeah, he alone was worth 1,400 XP. So that's why if you have the ability to take out rares, do it. Because it is a quick and easy way to get basically a quest's worth of XP done, which means you level faster. Especially if you're playing in a party. Because remember, if you're in a party, you go from getting a 100% XP rate to 80% XP rate. So you actually lose 20% XP to be in a party, which is kind of dumb in my opinion. I get why they want to do it that way, because XP share plus the fact that you're going to complete quests faster in most cases, especially if you're running like a self-sustaining tank with a DPS or a tank healer kind of combo. There will be like group quests that you guys will be able to do that, you know, solos like me struggle to do for the most part. Nope. Oh, what the rest of that is? Meh. Now we're going to come over here and grab this guy's quest for the Guns of Northwatch. There is one quest out here in Northwatch that we will not do. It's the escort quest. I hate that escort quest because that NPC, for whatever reason, will run off and attack literally anything that moves. And he will die every single time I have attempted it. He has gotten himself killed because it's like, oh, hey, there's a guy 5 miles that way. We need to go attack him and everything that's in between me and him. And it's just like, ugh. No, we don't need to mount up. There should be plenty of guys. Usually there's enough people over here that you have to basically just mount up and run through a little bit in order to find the ones that are worth attacking, or enough of an area where you can take out enough. I remember when Devin was playing the Stormbringer, this was the one that he had played originally, because I was trying to figure out how he was launching the Trident. It was so cool. Because I was doing the lightning one, and I was like, man, what spell am I missing to throw a Trident at somebody? And he's like, oh, I'm doing Maelstrom. And I was like, oh. And like, I read the Maelstrom at the time, and I was like, it doesn't seem to be that cool, you know. And I had just unlocked the Arm of Thorum, and I was like, yeah, but my spell hits like a dang truck. Downside is my spell has the Arm of Thorum has a way bigger cooldown. So it's nice getting to play Maelstrom this go around and just seeing how powerful Maelstrom really is as a questing class. Level 20. Whew, we need to sell. Let's see here. We could do Aviana's Blessing to increase our crit, which is nice. I like that. Brine now heals us, which would be good. We're going to grab the crit, more damage. We'll get the heal next. Go ahead and make us some waters real quick. What's neat is we have basically a mage spell so that we can do this. Infinite free mana and health. Ooh. These guys are really starting to stack up the ability to take a hit, which is not fun. Let's go find a single lonesome guy so we can get our static up so we can just obliterate the boss real quick. Oh, and our buffs have turned off, so we gotta go buff, buff, buff. Okay. And then we want to go Torrential Wrath. Get rid of the melee guy. Ah, almost had him. Almost had all three. Dang it. Well, 4, because we needed to do that. Oh, hey, we gotta cancel resurrect closest town. There we go. Get rid of that stupid quest. We have a 10-minute debuff, which is not fun. And it's for I did not think about that. Decreases all attributes by 75, all damage caused by 75. You are currently worth no honor points, but you will still drop valuables to the enemies in high risk. And now all of a sudden war mode is on. But we have a 10-minute debuff. That sucks. I'd be more concerned since we were, queued for dungeons. If we were getting dungeons on a regular basis, I'd be like, oh no. Ooh, don't aggro. Be like, oh no. But since we're not really taking any damage, it doesn't matter. Oh, it did not give us the head? Really? I wonder if we can get back fast enough to pop our book and get it. Oh, it's because our inventory's full. There we go. Okay, quest is complete. We should probably teleport back. Oh no, we didn't grab the inn here. We can do that. We can go back to the inn, turn in what we have right now. Usually I would say don't do it, just go do this quest, but we need to empty our bags because we can't collect anything else, because I was a crazy person and forgot to do that. And we've got 17 minutes left. Oh no! We gotta have a health potion on us, right? Okay. If it wasn't for the fact that it's minus 75% to everything, which is crazy. But, yeah, we've got... I didn't realize we were gonna get the debuff to finish that quest, otherwise I wouldn't have done it yet. That is totally my bad. Looking for group to zug me to level 60. Let's grab the inn here. And then browse goods. Sell all this nonsense. Because the problem is by the time the 8-minute timer comes off, we're not going to have enough time to really do the next set of quests. So let's turn in what we have. empty out our inventory. Let's see if we can find the writing trainer. Here we go. Faster writing. That's what we wanted. There we go. What I was looking for anyway. But now we can turn in at least these two quests, or three quests, or no, these two quests. Because Jorn is out there in Camp Taurajo. Or Taranjo. I don't know. But yeah. Because in 6 minutes, we'll have essentially 8 minutes left to try and do anything. And that's just not enough to go do any more quests. But we did get to level 20. Which is good. Miners in missing shipment. Nope. Takes us overseas. But we did get to level 20. We did get our faster writing. We are now one quest away from completing Ratchet, and then we're on to Camp Taurajo. And then from there, it's Stone Talon Mountains, basically. Read the book. So we get Anti-Magic Pulse, 3 charges, 12-second recharge rate, shocks the enemy target, removing 1 beneficial effect. We'll put that down here with that kind of stuff. Discharge gets her rank up. Nice. Call Lightning gets her rank up. And Electrocute. Nice. Invigorating Surge also got one. Let's see. Eye of the Storm gets a Maelstrom and Eye of the Storm. That's going to be here then if we don't already have it. Ah. Yeah, we need to grab that. I think we need to go ahead and grab this. So our next 3 points probably need to go Eye of the Storm, Conjuration Mastery, and Body of Lightning. These 3 here, which will unlock this whole row here. Let's see. We get Fog, Note. Thunder King. For 20 seconds, your Call Lightning strikes 3 additional nearby enemies. Your movement speed is increased by 25%, and you generate 5 static every 1 second. While active, damaging critical strikes deal bonus spellstorm damage, scaling with your spell power and granting Raging Storm. Raging Storm increases spell haste by 3%, stacks 10 times. Nice. So, heavy crit there. Yeah, so as much as I would love to go with charge yourself with a generating 100% static and increasing your spell haste by 30% for the next cast. It lasts 10 seconds, but it's only 1 cast that you get that spell haste. So what I would end up doing is basically just going down the middle of this tree here, grabbing Lingering Lightning and grabbing Thunder King. Thunder King, yes, has a 3-minute cooldown, but this is for bosses, right? So you pop this, then you throw Eye of the Storm, your Conjure Storm, and just start dealing damage as fast as you can. We'll also be picking up Drown. Throw Drown on that target, do as much damage as fast as possible, and then drop Deluge right before, to get rid of the conduction stacks. So, That's good. But yeah. Yep. Because like this is about to come off, and we would have 10 minutes. Well, yeah, 10 minutes. But like half of that. Because I still gotta finish getting ready for work. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and well, no. We'll go try to do that quest over there. So worst case scenario, we can always hearth back here and finish it tomorrow. We're gonna stick to the Stormbringer for a while, unless you guys ask for a different class. Oof. Let's heal up real quick. But yeah, level 20. We gained 6 levels today, which is awesome. Absolutely fantastic. Whoop. Come on. Okay. I was casting the wrong skill. That was special of me. Surprised I didn't run out of static and mana. No. We can at least complete this quest and then come do the I believe there's another quest here where we gotta take out the... Well, we can do this part of the quest, I guess. Because there is one where I have to go to all 3 towers, and that can take a little bit of time. We'll see, though. We'll attempt it. We got 6 minutes. See how well we can do in 6. Because we've got to get to the top of that tower, and there's a tower up over that way. But there's 3 towers and 3 bosses that we have to take out. And then, like I said, there is the escort quest that we are not going to be doing. Because it is ridiculous. Okay, I need the healer to stop moving long enough to hit. There we go. This is the part that's gonna suck. Yeah, no, they're gonna 100% take me out. Yeah. The problem is they can spell lock us. And I ran out of static to take out the healer. But having 4 people like that, this guy can't do 4 people. So we need one more medal, and then we will finish this quest next time, because we'll have to go a little bit slower, I think. But yeah, as far as the next 3 levels go on the Stormbringer side of things, we're going to be picking up Eye of the Storm, Body of Lightning, and Conjuration Mastery. We may get rid of this skill. Oh, no, we need that so that we can get Aviana's Blessing, though. Brian heals us. Dispelling magic effects. Oh, okay. Casting Exhale now instantly dispels 2 magic effects from me. Ooh. I hate when I'm not paying attention because I'm trying to look at other things and I run way past where we need to go. But since I knew I was going to die, I purposely ran in as far as I could in order to get away from the ones that are at the bottom. So I may only have to take out the patrol that's at, near the top. And then we can take out at least one boss. It's like you've got those 2 there and this guy that patrols. And then that guy that patrols. If I can get right here. And then we can quickly try to heal up real fast. Jeez, I don't have enough static. We gotta rebuff real quick. Okay, let's heal. I just need to go take out the one guy at the top, and then we can hearth out of here and finish this tomorrow. That guy right there is who I need. And then let's hearth out, because that is all the time we have today, unfortunately. But we got to go take out the last 2 guys tomorrow, and then we can start Camp Taran Joe or whatever it's called. That's not the button I wanted. Browse goods, sell all this nonsense real quick, just so that we can start with an empty inventory tomorrow. There we go. All right, heroes. Well, I will catch you guys in tomorrow's stream. We're going to continue on with the Spellbringer, or Spellbringer, the Stormbringer. We will continue with tomorrow. So if you are interested in seeing that stream, it will be at the same time tomorrow. So from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. I will be on tomorrow. That is Central Time. Make sure you follow us over on Twitch if you happen to be watching over there, or subscribe to us on YouTube if you are over on there. That way you can see all the fun content that we do here on COA. Hopefully we can start getting into some dungeons, or if I can convince Devin to come join us If he doesn't have too much to do work-wise or family-wise tomorrow, maybe we could just do some mana storms with him or something of that nature tomorrow. Kind of shake it up a little bit. But we will see. We will see. But I will catch you, heroes, in the next one. Thank you for stopping by. Stay safe out there. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. But as always, stay legendary, heroes. Peace out.